and welcome to Icons of the UAE. Today we explore the life of an Indian diplomat turned business tycoon to leave the comfort of a coveted government job, start a company and make it a global brand. That too in 1987. It takes courage, it takes relentless hard work. And today we get to learn exactly that with the chairman of Nikaigroup of companies, Mr. Paras Shahdadpuri.
Do hard work, there are no shortcuts in life. I began my career in early 70s in the diplomatic service of India. I did 4 postings. The last portfolio was commercial and economic. It came to my mind, if I can do this much for the government, why not to do something on my own? It was a massively difficult decision. I was very surprised to see ease of doing business in Dubai. I decided in my mind that this is my place. And rest is history. I built my brand called Nikaigroup. We are in the electronics, appliances, we are in FMCG, food items, we are in third-party logistics, we are in technology. Now 28 years to the Nikai brand, and we sell in more than 60 countries of the world. We have roughly about 60 to 70 million satisfied customers. Please be reliable so that people have full faith. Once they have full faith, they have no way that they will get out of you.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Ruti, for having me.
So from the start to reaching this far, please take us through your journey.
Well, you know, the journey is pretty long. I was born in undivided India. So imagine we had to leave our ancestral properties and all the wealth which we had built over the centuries. We left at 2 o'clock overnight. We were just shoved in a train, came to India, didn't know what to do, where to go. Thanks to my parents, they found some place to go and stay in the beginning. So that was a pretty tough. Anyway, God has been very great, very kind and very graceful. My father was very courageous person. We left everything in our old place, but we carried our brains with us. So he was in a government service there, and then he found his place here as a senior health official in the Delhi municipality, and rest is history, how we built it up.
So tell us about your time as a diplomat.
See, I began my career in early 70s and in the diplomatic service of India. I did 4 postings, and my last stint was in Libya, where I had different portfolios in my tenure, but the last portfolio was commercial and economic. There I rose the business between Libya and India, which was at $1 million to $200 million, 200 times more. Now that was a really eye-opener for me. When I completed my tenure, it came to my mind, if I can do this much for the government, why not to do something on my own? It was a massively difficult decision. I had to take the family together with me in this decision. And it was a one-man single fight. I set up my company in London. It was just a matter of sheer big coincidence that I was passing through Dubai after some months of my setting up my company in UK. And then I came to Dubai for barely 20 hours because I missed the flight while going to UK, London. And at that time, it was 1987. I was very surprised to see the open atmosphere of Dubai, the very ease of doing business. I really decided in my mind that this is my place. I went back to London, stayed there for 3-4 months, wrapped up my operation. Here you find me in Dubai.
Fantastic. So what were the early challenges that you faced in setting up your company here?
So the challenges give me really great pleasure. The challenges, when I'm able to sort them out, gives me great courage and really the adrenaline. So I started off here with a very paltry sum of amount, and luckily I had good contacts in some places which helped me. They knew how reliable person I am. In the beginning I went into the commodities business, tea, coffee, urea, fertilizers, soaps, detergents, rice. That was a big business actually. I always used to get about $100,000, $200,000 profit from each shipment, but it was very risky. We used to go to play tennis in the Indian club, I remember. So there we used to sit down for a drink after the game, and somebody told me, this is very good business of electronics, why don't you help me, join me, and we'll do together. So I fostered a partnership. The things didn't go well. So I had to take over that business by really force. And rest is history. I'm now built my brand called Nikai. We have multiple businesses now in Nikaigroup. We are in the electronics, appliances, we are in FMCG, food items, we are in third-party logistics, we are in technology, we are also in outsourcing and staffing, which my son is handling now. So God has been very, 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 very kind. I really fold my hands and bow my head that we have been able to achieve, and everything with principles, with ethics, with reliability, with very clean slate. So I'm proud to say that we have been able to bring up this business without any shade, without anything that anybody can point out.
That definitely makes a lot of sense, sir. Reliability is very important for any business. On that reliable note, we're going to take a short break and be back on Icons of the UAE. Welcome back after the break to Icons of the UAE. In this segment, we will get to know the family a little closely. Please welcome the son, Mr. Mahesh Shahdadpuri. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
The first question I have for you is, how is your equation professionally?
Well, it's very deep. It's son equal to father in some ways. I've founded a few businesses, and the values of those businesses have come from him. These are successful businesses, and they're people businesses. So there's a lot of importance given to how we treat people, of authenticity, of being professional, of commitment, and quality and growth orientation. So he's been the inspiration for me, and he continues to be a role model, and we seek to emulate him in day-to-day life.
So what is your role in the business?
Well, he made a very difficult proposition to me many years back. He said, Mahesh, we have a certain set of businesses which are perhaps more product-driven, more inventory-driven, more distributor-driven, and so on. And you create a very complementary set of businesses which are right opposite, which are service-driven, not inventory-driven, which are more big client-focused than maybe, the relatively smaller size of clients that his side of the business has. And I did exactly that. So as a group, we are very well balanced, and we have diversified risk, we have diversified geography, and we have also diversified from the point of view of continuous and sustainable growth. So this really has set us on a very good trajectory as a group.
So what is it that the future entails now?
Global domination. No, I'm just kidding. No, we want to continue to serve the community. We want to continue to serve our employees. We want to continue to do really good work. It matters how we do well, how much profit the company makes, but again, under his guidance, it's not enough to do good, but it is important to do good by doing good, by actually serving the community, by doing the right things. The path, the journey is as important as the goal. So we continue to do that, and hopefully we will leave a legacy behind.
Fantastic. We wish you all the very best for that. Thank you so much for
Shruti.
joining us on the show today.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
And now we also get to speak to the daughter, Dr. Jean Shahdadpuri. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's lovely to be here.
So tell me about your background and how are you associated with the company?
I've spent most of my life in the United States, mostly in California. Coming from a very robust and glamorous C-level at some Fortune 50 healthcare companies, it's been an amazing experience to come back home and come back to family.
So coming back to the family is one thing, but coming back to the business is completely a different thing. So who decided that she should join the business back?
Well, there are multiple things that, a father is naturally, sometimes they say, more attached to the daughter and vice versa. Her calling me in the morning and in the evening, every day, really put me to think that why should she not come here rather than getting worried all the time there. So that was a very family, quick, emotional decision. We talked to each other. She agreed to quit her professional career in USA and join the family. Now I'm so happy that we took this decision. After all, I don't live forever, so the business has to pass on to the children. So why not to train them while I'm still active in the business? So she has taken over the business pretty well. My son and my daughter are the board directors, I being the chairman. So it's all a family business, including my son's business, which is called Task.
So you've been to the US, you've been here as well. You know him personally, you know him professionally. What is it, that quality that sets him apart?
So there's so many qualities to choose from, but if I had to pick one, it would be his unwavering commitment to the person we're serving, the people we're serving. And that would hold true for quality, that would hold true for reliability. Mr. Reliable is our tagline for Nikai and part of Shahdadpuri as a brand. So it's what we promise and how we deliver it, and we stand by the product and the person who's bought it. So similarly, services section. So as a physician, this is what we did, right? Always stood by the patient and made sure that we are there for them whenever they need us, emotionally, physically. That holds same for a brand and for a product. Products are not perfect, right? However, a commitment to service and reliability is. So that's what we stand for. This is how the brand has gone to soaring heights now, and the aim is to grow in our market dominance over here in this region. So in a nutshell, I would just like to say, he's my beloved father, my mentor, my boss, and my ultimate North Star, and hopefully an icon for everyone here.
Hey!
On this beautiful note, we will take a short break and be right back on Icons of the UAE. Welcome back after the break. This is Icons of the UAE. Sir, we have spoken so much about business. Now let me ask you a few personal questions.
Certainly.
So you have traveled the world. Which is your favorite country apart from the UAE that you really like?
Well, I remember to have gone to South America, Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and there are falls which are called Iguazu Falls. Okay. By the way, they are the biggest in the world and not the Niagara Falls. It's so beautiful. I had a helicopter ride, and the scene which you see from the helicopter, absolutely unreal, marvelous.
Fantastic. Which is your favorite dish, all-time favorite?
मेरी बीवी की बाबा मुझे जिंदा रहना है. No, truly, she has some special, really flavor in her hands.
What is it that you do to unwind?
Watch television, read some magazine, read some book once in a while. But my biggest pastime has been when my grandchildren were here. They are really so amazing. Everybody's children are amazing, but they are something outstanding. They are outstanding, by the way, whatever they have done in their education. My granddaughter has done from Boston, her graduation. Then my second granddaughter is doing from Berkeley in California. And now my third one, she is an amazing, I love her.
So you have achieved a lot in your life. What motivates you still?
You see, we would like to rest but not rust. God has given us some gray material in our head. Why should I just let it rust? So I want to challenge myself. I still work for about 10 to 12 hours a day. So it gives me tremendous pleasure that I am able to make something for myself, and how can I give back to the society whatever I can.
Fantastic. Now I'm going to relax you a little more with some rapid fire questions.
Certainly.
Okay. First question. Name your favorite electronic appliance.
Nikai air fryer is really my favorite appliance.
I think I need to check that out.
Sure.
Your favorite posting from IFS days.
Well, I have served in the United States, which was a fairly relaxed posting, I must say. But for me, where I was tested, where my capacities were tested, was Libya.
Do you use applications on your phone? Do you have any favorite app?
What's up? It takes our bulk of our time.
Yeah.
I really love the guy who invented it.
Okay, and one appliance that you think has changed the life around us?
One innovation, I would say, internet. I remember when I was doing my graduation, I'm from Delhi University. We used to go by bus 15 kilometers away and look for certain information. And we used to slip in a library, sneak in, slowly walk without any tiptoes, ask the librarian, where can I find this information? Which book would I be able to get it? So he'll bring his ladder, go on the 5th or 6th step, and say, sir, this is the section. Now imagine, for one small piece of information, I have to go to that entire section, and he'll pull out 2-3 books, and I had to spend days and days to get my information. Today, while I'm talking to you, I challenge you on some information, you do tick, 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 tick.
So you have been in the UAE for many years now. What is UAE to you personally and from a business perspective?
Really, from my heart, I worship UAE. Not because I'm here, not because it's my karma bhumi, not because it's my second home. You see, this is a miraculous place. This is a magical place. This is a golden place. So my salutes to the leadership here, my salutes to the royalty here, who have really made this place a safest place, a place worth living, with amazing infrastructure and ease of doing business. Salam.
Fantastic. Lastly, any advice you would like to give the young guns who are just starting out?
Be to yourself. Every human being or every youth has a tremendous potential. I have still scraped only 25% of my personality. 75% is going waste. Everybody has a huge potential. He has to believe in himself. He has to be truthful. I don't know. There's some allergy in my mind when I see people playing hanky-panky. I don't know why. What will I do if I get 100 million more by doing something wrong? It doesn't help me. So I would urge the youth to be believing in themselves, to be truthful. Hard work is the cliche, but it's true. Do hard work. There are no shortcuts in life. If you have to sustain it for few generations to come, think properly and plan out your life. Take baby steps. Don't dream, but don't jump around in the air, because a human being cannot jump in the air, cannot be in the air. He has to be grounded. So I would want him to be grounded. I want him to take baby steps. I want him to aspire big. I want him to be truthful. I want him to be honest to the system wherever he's working. I tell you, sky is the limit.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
It has been my pleasure and my privilege to be here. Thank you.
So with this, we have come to the end of today's episode. As we heard from Mr. Reliable himself, that to be successful in life, we need to believe in ourselves and be honest. So honestly, we'll be back next week right here on Icons of the UAE. This is me, Shruti, signing off. You stay inspired, stay iconic.
A quick word from Anjana, Shweta and Rajdeep sir. They want to wrap you on your success journey.
So that's some achievement. Many congratulations. What message do you have for those who aspire to actually make a difference?
Shashi, first of all, good to see you after quite many years. I needed some intellectual property royalty because this National Reserve of India was coined by me in 1999 when I was the chairman of the Overseas Indians Economic Forum here. I coined two words for this acronym. One was the National Reserve of India, and the other one was the National Resource of India. So you selected one. I'm so delighted, and I am so happy that this did work. The acronyms really a real meaning. Yes. What was your question?
I want to take you to the first day you landed here and you decided to stay back. What is your message to the younger generation? How can they choose to take such a brave step and make such a huge place for themselves? You're on stage today.
Okay. My first day in UAE was really very coincidental. It was never intended to be coming here. After quitting my diplomatic career, I set up my company in London. And only after about 8-9 months of my stay in London, I was traveling from New Delhi to London by Emirates Airlines. And my connection, I missed the connection in Dubai. So I had no option but to stay back here for about 20 hours. So I didn't even have the visa, so I really managed to get the visa from the immigration officer. So that was my first day coincidental. When I really came out, I had heard about Dubai. I have served in the diplomatic life, having worked in Saudi Arabia and Libya, but I never visited Dubai ever in my life. And I really found it, even at that time, when the total population of UAE was only 2 million, total population. Dubai's population could be about 500,000, 600,000. But still it was so interesting place, very progressive. At that time, I remember the telephone in India used to be able to get in 8 years, one telephone line. Mm-hmm. Yep. And to make a call from Delhi to Agra, you have to go through the exchange. So it can take a few hours to get that line. But here, when I arrived here, I had to tell my wife that I'm stuck up here, so I called 00, and here you go. Foreign exchange was not a problem at all. Banking facilities were good. The biggest thing was the schooling. For my young children in London, I thought Dubai could be better than the more permissive place in London. So the biggest Indian school with CBSE curriculum happens to be in Dubai and not in India, with almost 7,000 children at that time under one roof. So I said, why to go all the way there? There's the proximity, my mother was alive. So I said, thank you, London. So I went back next day, stayed there for 3-4 months and stayed back in Dubai. I came back in Dubai. That is my first. The entrepreneurs, you said, everybody needs to believe in his idea. Everybody needs to have passion for what he's thinking about and doing about. He needs to collate a good workforce for himself and be able to manage. Because everybody comes with different idiosyncrasies and different thoughts, different ideas. They don't have to agree with you, but you should be able to manage every single professional and give them the respect. So this even award I would like to dedicate to my colleagues in the company. So this is thanks to them that I stand tall here in front of all of you.
Wow, a big round of applause. Thank you very much, sir.